What's up, peeps? Welcome to another video. Do you guys like my new tinting? I decided to go 90%. I wanted a really nice, clean fishbowl look. Figured I didn't want to take away from the nostalgia and the OEM look of the car. As you guys can see, I'm totally messing with you. It's totally stock. I haven't got tinting yet. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do 90%. That would be pointless. But however, I do want to show you kind of what the car looks like without any tint on it. In a couple days, I'm going to get tint, but it's supposed to be really rainy, so I kind of wanted to be able to show you while it's not raining, because it seems like a lot of my videos I start out with it raining out. So obviously there is zero tint on this car right now, and I guess the question becomes, you know, what percentage do I go with on the M3, which I'm not even going to show you because it's in the garage. It's not going to look right. I have 50% on the windshield, 50%, and then the sides have like 35, and I think that's because the previous owner did it before I did it. I like it a little bit darker, but that's kind of what we're dealing with. So anyways, back to the M5. Historically, my go-to is about 20%. What I'm going to be doing is definitely ceramic tint for this car, as right now it is sitting outside in general, so it's going to be exposed to a lot more UV. So I'm thinking between 15 and 20%. I'll definitely let you guys know. I think I'm going to skip the windshield for now. Historically, I did about 50%. I have 50% tint on the windshield of the M3 and also of the Jeep. It really helps for heat. So the heat from the sun, as well as I assume some of the heat from the engine. And if you guys think about it this way, the windshield is raked up most compared to any other piece of glass. So it's facing up, which means that the sun's rays are probably hitting more of it directly than the other side. And it's also a pretty big piece of glass. You don't really think about it, that tinting all these is only going to do so much good if a ton of heat is coming from the front. So that's kind of the background on that. I'm thinking about 20 or 15%, which means it's going to block out 80 to 85% of the UV ray. I know that might sound a little bit dark. I'm absolutely not going to do 5% or anything like that. That just looks tacky to me, and I know a lot of guys that have the M5s tend to be a little more traditional, so they might go with 30 or 40 or something like that, or maybe 25, but I tend to like 20. But the guy who tints windshields and cars in Columbus, he has 15 and 20. So I'm going to show you, this is just the before, just a quick walk around. Obviously it's totally, fishbowl. I might do the windshield in the future, but that's another $200. So I'm trying to save some costs right now, and we're going to skip the windshield and probably skip to a clip of a totally another day that is most likely raining. Alrighty, peeps, we are here. JM Window Tinting in Columbus, Ohio. Small shop, but really reputable guy. One of the few guys that does windshields. I'm not getting my M5 windshield done, but you get the idea. He's legit. He's tinted all my cars. So we're gonna take this bad boy in, and I'll show you the after result. Alright, so this is what she looks like. Fishbowl time is gonna go away real soon. Alright guys, so the E39 M5 tint is done. I went with 20% ceramic. I will tell you, it is a rainy, cloudy, disgusting day today in Columbus, so it's going to look darker right now than it could look kind of, when the sun is out. So just keep that in mind. You can see the outline of the steering wheel kind of with the windshield and stuff, so you can actually see in, despite what it kind of looks like on camera. Of course, the back is looking slightly darker because the rear, the rear glass is dark as well. But right now is not a great illustration of what it's going to look like, so I'm probably going to be flashing to another day as well before I actually put this video up. But it looks really good, totally transforms the car. Yeah, like if you look through here, you can see through the front glass, and of course the car is just completely filthy, but I wanted to give you a quick summary and quick little view of what the tint looks like right now. And then maybe in a couple days or a day or two, I will show you what it looks like with the sun out. So it's clearly the next day. Today is moderately sunny as the camera is overexposing. It's actually slightly sunny outside with a little bit of clouds. And I wanted to get the car kind of semi in the sun. It's kind of overcast at this point. The sun was shining a little bit harder, a little bit brighter earlier, but as you can see, 20% window tint, ceramic. I will put the brand on the screen because I don't remember the name. It's not crystalline or anything like that, but I've had it on 3 cars and it's excellent. It doesn't purple, it doesn't look weird or anything like that. But you know, I want to show you, it might look a little bit dark, but when you look out, it's perfectly fine. This is pretty much the same percentage that's on the back of most SUVs anyways. So the only difference is that it's on the front windows where, you know, stock from the factory, most vehicles don't have tint on the front, and then most cars don't have tint on the back. So I wanted it on both. I usually get my windshield done, but not this time around. You know, it's 200 bucks, and you know, that's another $200 to spend on the car. That's not 100% necessary, although maybe in the future if I find it necessary. So with that said, I think that's gonna end the tinting video. Not really a lot to say here. I did 20%, I was thinking about 15. You know, I'm not really a 5% guy. It just looks cheesy and tacky like a Matchbox car, but I think that's gonna do it. Let me know what you guys think. I think 20% is perfect for this car. It looks just dark enough where, you know, you can still see, you know, like the silver stuff in there, like the pieces on the headrest and the seat belts. So you can see in, you know, if you try to see in, you can see in. But it's also not like 50% that, in my opinion, is kind of pointless. You're spending all this time and money and you get 50%. You know, I had 50% on one car and I had it retinted darker. So I'm not really a 50% guy. But anyways, that's why I went with 20%. I think it's just perfect. It's not crazy dark. It's just the right amount dark. So with that said, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.